the thinking ways of a pharaoh, then you would have to check out this book called the Hermetica. The Hermetica gives you universal laws. So the Egyptians knew that God was a way that the creator of all communicated with the people was through cosmic principles and cosmic understanding and cosmic rules, basically. So when you read the Hermetica, it's like reading scripture. It tells you come from like a star, which is a different perspective than coming from monkeys, right? Um, we have to understand that before we had the language Greek, right? They say that the Library of Alexandria was one of the greatest libraries, and we lost all its knowledge because it burnt down. And not only did we lose all the information because it got burnt down, that there was no we lost all the information of the ancient world. We don't know nothing of the Egyptians. This is a lie. Squalus the Lubis, why is he different than all the other Egyptologists? Because Squalus the Lubis spoke on what was really actually going on. He actually wrote down what was in the temples, what were they talking about? And they were always talking about conscious transmutation. Consciousness transmutation, that transmuting your consciousness, changing your mind, the way it functions, the way it perceives itself. Um, all doing this in a vehicle of the body. So it's being like a holy vessel for the creator. Um, Again, we think that the Egyptians are some evil people and an evil God, but you have to understand the movie Moses, when they show the painting of the Pharaoh, y'all know what I'm talking about. What they're really showing you, the real painting that's behind the Hollywood jokes, is what they call the King's List. The King's Egyptian King's List. This Egyptian King list actually talks about a whole civilization, how Egypt was ruled by flesh. I got bones, I got blood in my body, and I ruled Egypt, and this is the way we ruled it. They have teachings and proof that a lineage of people go way back for like 2,700 years. Okay, America's only been functioning, presidents only been ruling America for 260 years. Compare that to 2,700 years, and yet only now we're the best people when it comes to psychology. No, that's just what's being told to the American school system today. Squalus de Lubis spoke on the way he spoke the secrets of higher psychology concepts so we can understand. They erased them from history, but today, it's an honor to talk about his books. Now, his so him and his wife wrote Herbach, which is, if we wanted to go to these universities, not temples, universities in Egypt, in ancient Egyptian times, when Egypt was really the Egyptians, what life would be like. That's this book, Herbach. Okay. Um, Sacred Science is good. I'm actually on chapter two. I took notes on it, but I'm not gonna get into it. Um, Opening of the Way. I just read that book, the first chapter yesterday, and it talks about how people in America, we unconsciously want to control everything in life through logic reasoning, right? So we think we want a logic reasoning why we're lustful, why we're fearful. As long as we can logically reason with it, with these ways controlling issues, whatever that's hidden in the American psyche, that it's hard for us to actually try to override our own mind's faculty, behaviors, and patterns, and submit to with doing right. It's so hard for us to do right and have trust in God. That's how he opens. That's how he opens in the book, Opening of the Way. He talks about the Egyptians understanding like to do right was the work of God. So even if they were to help someone out or do something nice or something, that's doing right stood for something. There was a reason why doing right felt so good, and there was a reason why people needed to do right. Okay. Um, and this all happened for 2,700 years compared to presidents ruling America for 2,000, I mean, 230 years, right? Compared 230 years to 2,700 years. Come on now. And don't tell me, oh well, that's because the Egyptians said those are the gods that ruled before. No, we're talking about the king's list. Everybody on that list is a real person, a real pharaoh. And then you had pre-dynastic, which was um they closed everything down on pre. No one talks on pre-dynastics, and I'm gonna do a video on pre-dynastic